Is it just me or throughout your younger life, from a baby to a teenager, you always try to get people's approval? This very trait we thought that was harmless actually turned out to ruin most people's ambitions and lives as they grow into young adults. Me and you both, brother, have probably gone through a phase like this in our younger lives, varying from few months to years on end. But don't worry, in this video I'll be talking about where did this people-pleasing behavior come from, how school discourages free thinking, and how trying to fit in makes you more of an outcast. And at the very end, I'll give you a clear 3-step guide on how to stop this people-pleasing behavior. So let's get into the first point. Where did this all start? There are many guesses on where this need to please others begin. It could be from social media influence for us to act a certain way and please others in that sense, or the education system making us act in a certain way, otherwise we have to get punishment from it. But I think it's for another reason. This reason being our comfort with choosing social acceptance over our authenticity. This lifestyle may seem like a safe option, but that doesn't always mean it's the best option, as this often leads to misery within oneself. For most of our younger lives, we lived it easy, as our parents and the education system created and made us follow a certain path in life that is considered essential. And when we're young, our choices were rarely heard. So whenever we tried to be a bit more adventurous or courageous, we got shut down by the adults saying that, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, or that's not how you meant to behave, this is how you meant to behave. This shuts down our creative and adventurous side as kids, but most importantly, it destroys our courage to be authentic again, as our mind and body are built in a way where we try to avoid these negative emotions or situations to prevent ourselves getting hurt again. And brother, I'm not blaming you for this, as we have little control over it when we're young. This conditioning happens in most people's lives without them being aware of it. So when we're in the education system, some adults or teenagers may argue that school is the best place for you to spread your wings and become your true self, as you have many activities to explore. Well, I can understand that from a certain viewpoint, but that doesn't mean it's entirely true. For example, in the UK schools, they restrict you from wearing different style of clothing, except from the school uniform. This very rule makes it harder for people to find what kind of style matches them, which gives them a harder time later on in life. And even spending a quarter of your entire life in the education system, the majority of people leave school unsure of who they are and what they want to do. They end up walking around aimlessly through life with a debt to pay, thinking that is it even possible to recover at this point. This all happened due to school preventing us from expressing our ideas and thoughts in a free and creative way, while forcing us to follow what society deems right as a whole. Back when I was entering secondary school at age 11, I remember I tried to fit in so much with people around me. And one thing I remember is trying to find a new group of friends. Now looking back at it, those people that I tried to make interest with and try and make friends with didn't even share a common interest with me at the time. But with my younger self, I was so desperate to fit in this new big boy school. So I ended up doing the most to try and fit in, copying their mannerisms, playing what they played, studying the topics that they were interested in, even though I didn't care about it. But the worst of all is that I betrayed my old friends from my primary school for this new batch of friends I had no common interest in to begin with, just so I can fit in and be one of those cool kids. Yeah, I was that down bad. I sacrificed my good old friendships for people I had no real connection with. This habit of trying to please others made me so inauthentic, which drove people away from me instead of bringing them in. I ended up becoming that kid who sat in the library by himself, eating his food. I didn't even know who I was as a kid, and ended up clinging on to random personalities I saw online. This caused my mental and physical health to plummet to the point where I became a shut-in, closing myself off from the rest of the world. This reality of someone who tried to fit in so hard that he became an outcast to everyone around him. But the reality is not permanent, brother. I managed to make it out, so I'm going to give you the 3 clear steps on how to recover your authentic self again. So, number 1, question everything. Now, what I mean by this is to finally break free from the social standard of playing it safe. For example, in school, people say it's better to play it safe and don't embarrass yourself. Keep your hand down and don't ask stupid questions. But why? This phrase is the very reason why people don't raise their hands in class and stay quiet about what's on their mind, and fail to become their authentic selves, as they are trapped within society's control. So question everything in your life, and eventually you'll find what truly matters to you and to your authentic self. 2. Work in silence. It's simple as it sounds. People are often scared to try something new because they think society will punish them or humiliate them for trying out these new things. Now, let me ask you this. When did trying become something cringe or weird? Would you rather be the same old you who never ventured out in your life and never go off the path society set for you and explore your own interests, not the ones society put onto you? Trust me, if I followed what society wanted me to do, I would be in university depressed and regretful of the things I could have started that I didn't take action towards. 3rd, live how you want to live. I know this is harder than it sounds, but when making decisions, don't consider whether they are good by society standards. Ask yourself the good options based on what you want and what your standards are. This new thought pattern will allow you to live freely and with less regret, as you will know you made the choices from your own free will. So, to wrap up the video, do you agree or disagree with my points? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know if you experience this kind of feeling or something similar to what I've explained in the video. If you have a problem related to this video, comment it down below and me and the others will try and help you out and assist you in that point. Comment this random word below to let me know you made it this far in the video and that you're a real one. So take care and